Welcome, everybody, back to the motherfucking TIZZ Talk Podcast. This is another, and as I always say, a special episode. We got some really special guests tonight, and I always say that, but these are some really fucking special guests. I got my motherfucking co-host, Toowoketogobroke. Toowok, what's going on tonight, buddy?
Ooh, nothing much, man. Just grinding, chilling.
Yeah. How's it out there in Tennessee, man?
Man, just closing deals and making meals.
Hell, that's what we're trying to do out here, man. Slim Reaper, what's going on, son?
Man, working and living by the audio slave mentality. Speed means freedom of the soul.
What the fuck does even that mean? But I love it anyway. And then we got our returning guest for the second time. We got Mopi Exchange, aka Mopes, as I like to call him, coming straight out of the MIA. What's up, son?
I'm good, son. How y'all doing tonight, sons? You know what I'm here? We're just here, never not working, like you all know it. You know what I mean?
I think we're all on the same page when it comes to to that talk.
That's facts. That's true facts right there, son.
Yeah. So you know Slim Reaper, but you've never met my boy Toowoketogobroke, my co-host, and he is part of our little Discord channel. He's too cool to get on all the time. But thank you guys so much for joining me on the show. I'm trying to keep this thing going, and I appreciate you guys being on here. So I think I got a title for the episode, but we got a lot of things to talk about. So real quick, I mean, when I'm not gonna do that stupid shit Toowok like right. Hey, how many people did you think died today, or how many people think I did that? Yeah. That shit's over with.
That's good.
The answer is probably just too many.
Yeah, exactly. So who paid attention? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. How's everybody feeling tonight?
Pretty good, actually. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though my port went red today, I'm not really worried about it. I'm not. Like, I know for a fact it's gonna be green. I'm gonna recover what I lost today. Like, it's, to be honest with you, it's bullshit what I lost. Let's just be honest about that. I took a gamble, right? But I'm not gonna get frustrated because I took a gamble, because I can recover that between today and tomorrow. So I'm good.
So just to make it clear to the TIZZ fam, you're talking about stocks and like stock options, right?
Yeah. In regards to like my trading, how it was good in the beginning until midday came through. I took the gamble and I lost in the gamble because I was betting that it was going to go down in the market. But you know what? Good news came out for all of us. Well, there's 0% interest rates, which is great for all of us retail investors.
Till 2023.
Not going to pay shit on interest rates for stocks, which is great.
And guess what? You know who that's good for? Too woke to go motherfucking broke.
Yeah, it sure is, man.
Because Too woke to go broke. He does a lot of real estate stuff in the great state of Tennessee.
Nice.
And Toowok, are you Rocky Top, Tennessee, or
close by there? I live in Knoxville, which is basically, that's where University of Tennessee is, and that's where you'll hear that fucking song like it's going out of style.
Yeah, well, it's because it sucked, but yeah, it's a great city. I was a University of Alabama alumni, and I went up there for a couple of games, and obviously Alabama won all of the games. But
I gotta stop you. We did this last time, bro.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Whatever.
No, but yeah, no,
I'm not
cool,
hating
man.
on you. I'm just saying.
So when y'all come into town,
great city.
Let me ask you something, Warmington. When you come into town,
he just called you direct.
No,
let's go.
When with such a unique name, man, you got to use it.
I know you're like you should have been a weatherman.
Well, no, Dr. Phil has this replacement. It's the Warmington.
So when you come through a city, like on a game as a college football player, do you get to is it pretty much play the game and then go back to the hotel, or do you get to go out a little bit, or how does that work?
Well, so I'm flattered that you would think of me as a collegiate athlete. I was actually not, but I had plenty of friends that played on the
I
Alabama
thought you
football
said you
team.
were like a walk-on or some shit.
So I
Did he
got
say that? I
no, I didn't say that. So I literally I had the decision to either walk on with the risk of potential brain damage due to previous concussions, or go about doing what I
Oh, okay.
any other normal.
For some
student.
reason, I thought you played like we're on like a bench warmington.
Oh well, so maybe what you're thinking of. So
oh my god.
I actually, so as part of my degree in kinesiology, I actually worked with the men's basketball and football strength and conditioning staffs, like on the sidelines, like, the whole exercise science stuff and whatnot. So, I had that exposure then, regarding me as a potential athlete. Randomly, we can all laugh at this. 1 out of every 20 punts back in the day, I could rip one about 70 yards, and then the others were all like 20 yards. So it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to try and play college football, might as well be a fucking punter. But, previous injuries from high school caught up to me, and it's like, do I really want to risk brain damage just to go walk on and never play? It's like, It's not worth it.
Yeah, no sweat. Well, then you can't answer my question. It's all good.
It's all right. At least we're setting it straight.
So Reaper, you're coming up on your 10-year anniversary of the crazy tornadoes in Alabama.
Well, it's funny you say that. Apparently, a tornado actually tore through Tuscaloosa today.
So yeah, I saw that on the news. There was like this crazy like area like Mississippi, Alabama, like they were like serious threats, and they was going to go to like South Carolina after that. And Mopes, if you don't understand, Reaper went to Alabama for college, and he was there for those crazy like tornadoes back in like 2011.
Oh wow, that's nuts.
Well, I mean, it's Chucktizz is saying tornadoes. It was just one.
Well,
but
okay. I'm sorry, not.
No. I mean, I'm not clowning on you. It was the biggest tornado in the history of Alabama.
Yeah, it was.
It's like, so for everybody listening in, imagine going out into your backyard. And it's not like, oh, yeah, you see a tornado. It's the entire skyline is a tornado.
I haven't had the privilege of having to experience a tornado.
I'd rather see a fucking earthquake or a tsunami than seeing that.
Well, it's funny. I was telling Toowoketogobroke during the freeze, the Ted Cruz and For a Bruising episode, I was like, Toowoketogobroke, I was like, did you realize that me and Slim Reaper had to walk down the freeway? He had no idea. And I was like, yeah, we did.
I have archived the footage.
Oh, I do too.
I call it the Grand Traverse of 610.
Nice.
That was some crazy shit, dude.
Well, it's funny. Everybody afterwards was like, well, were you guys not worried about like snakes, alligators, diseases, or whatnot? We're like,
no, we were drinking dark and stormies.
Oh, well, I told everyone, I was like, no, we wanted to get to safety, but I was like, no, yeah, we were so drunk, we didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we poured so many rum and ginger beers, like to the point where it was like we just didn't really give a fuck.
And I was wearing, and Chucktizz, if you don't recall, you gave me like a pair of like water shoes that were like 4 sizes too small. My feet were ripped to shreds. After that, I couldn't wear shoes for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I apologize about that, but I was just trying to help you.
No.
The crazy thing was I lost my wallet in the middle of all that water.
It's a lot of water.
Well, we were in chest-high water on the freeway, walking. during Harvey.
And if you remember when we came out of, call it the lagoon on
I
610,
went back.
and when we were going back in, the reporters for like Telemundo or whatever, they were trying to stop us, and we actually almost got into a fight with them. Like, fuck you! Like, we're gonna go find a shit, and we're gonna be back.
Right.
Like, get the
But
fuck
guess
out of our
what?
way.
We didn't find.
We should have
that
said,
shit.
should have told him, give me the fucking camera and I'll go get some real footage, pussy.
I didn't find my wallet, but 3 weeks later, some Mexican guy dropped it in my mailbox.
Nice.
All right. That's a nice guy.
Minus the cash.
How do you know he was a Mexican guy?
Because I watched him walk to my through the window to my door to the mailbox.
Oh, you didn't go out there?
Okay.
I didn't know who the fuck it was, and I just kind of like he dropped something in the mailbox. I went out, and there was my wallet,
Oh,
but
damn.
the cash was missing.
A mere good Samaritan.
But my my medicine, but my medicine was still there.
Damn.
Go ahead. That's what matters the most. Your medicine was still there. That's what matters.
Yeah, I was like, damn,
Yeah, that's right. You did have your
I
medicine.
did. I mean, this isn't the topic of the show, but yeah, I just thought it was funny because I was telling Toowoketogobroke about that when we were talking about Ted cruising for a bruising. And
Fuck Ted Cruz.
fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, seriously.
But guys, so I know there's lots of things to talk about. I'm gonna ask just one question, and then I'm gonna let y'all can run some stuff. But I have some other things. But like, what do you guys think about this crazy shit with these these Asian killings like in Atlanta that was going on?
I mean, I'm gonna go first. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go first on this one. I think first of all, that is very discriminative in that, and I don't know if that's the correct word or that's the way of saying it, but it sounds very discriminatory or discriminative. It's just discriminative in general. Like, why would they actually kill these Asians? Because of their race or because of, their perception of where they're from? Like, it's nuts that still, after decades and decades of decades, we're still going through the same process of history over and over and over again. Like, when the fuck is humans going to learn that we're in a place that is all equal opportunity, which is for all races?
Well, hey, let me interrupt real quick.
Yeah, Toowoketogobroke, go for it.
He's actually come out and said that he targeted massage parlors because he had a sex addiction, and he was just a whack job. And so he said that since they gave him an outlet for his sex addiction, he went in there to kill them, basically, so he couldn't go in and get rub and tugs anymore. So that was like, I think, and I agree with everything you're saying. Like, we still, obviously, there's mad racism in the United States, but I think
not to catch up, two words. It hadn't stopped.
No, it hasn't. But I'm just saying, I think this particular guy, I don't think it was actually I think he was just fucking absolutely batshit crazy.
Exactly. And that's and not to cut you off again, I think that the media blew it out of proportion.
I think the media ran with the racism story because it sounded good.
Great money for
like
them, and you know how that shit goes.
Yeah,
True,
he supposedly has a sex addiction. He would go to these sex places, and get his rub and tug or maybe more. And so for some reason he held that against them and went in and shot these spas up that he used to frequent.
I mean, I didn't look too deep into it. I just heard about it, but my original instinct to my mind was the media is just pointing this in the direction that they want to point it into.
Yeah.
I mean, TIZZ, the anti-Asian sentiment, it's heartless. It's truly unfortunate to hear about.
Some Americans.
It's not only is there's all the anti-Asian stuff, the anti-Semitic stuff. It's tough to hear about this, but regarding all the the happy ending dipshit in Atlanta, what kind of makes what makes me mad is America is in this place now. It's okay, this guy goes and he's clearly a fucking psychopath, and he's oh, I went and killed a bunch of people just because I have a sex addiction.
Wait,
Like,
was that like his legitimate
I'm
excuse?
That's what he says.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he came out and he said that in his I was about to say affidavit, but like whatever cops do, all that bullshit. But I just it annoys me that the media, whether it's conservative or liberal, they try and spin a story just for fucking views, just so they can boost profits. And I'm not I don't want this statement to sound like I'm defending this guy. Like LeBron James came out and said, "Oh, this guy is a coward, racist asshole." And I agree with LeBron, and I think LeBron's a piece of dog shit. But it's like the media pushes its narrative that makes them the most money. Again, this guy is probably a psychopath. He's a racist piece of shit. Blah blah blah. He could be bipolar, whatever, but it's a disgusting situation.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, 8 people are dead. It's fucked up. They shouldn't be dead. But so far, and granted, I mean, it's easy for us to sit here and just read a quick article saying that it wasn't racially motivated. Maybe there was a mix of that, but it sounds like...
Sorry, I'm not to cut you off. I mean, keep saying what you're saying in a second, but like, obviously this is all coming from like Main Street media. Like we believe that shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know why the police would care to protect the kid. You know what I mean? Like if he was going to say he wanted to kill Asians, I'm sure. I mean, I don't see why the police would lie about it.
If he kills anybody, they shouldn't be protecting him.
Well, I know, but I don't think they are. I think they're just saying that this is what the kid told them. I mean, they don't know what.
Oh, so they're going off of his word, like it wasn't about Asian Americans.
Yeah, he said, this is what it says in quotes. It's a temptation for him that he wanted to eliminate. He said it was not racially motivated. He targeted these businesses because he blamed them for providing an outlet for his addiction to sex.
Well, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're dealing with somebody who's literally, obviously, like off meds, crazy.
Yeah, like an insane person,
not a rational thinking person. So, like, he's spending his money. He can't get pussy. Most of these people who shoot people up, that's one thing they all have in common. They can't get any pussy. So,
that's a great fucking point.
No, that is a great point. Like what this dipshit's doing, saying like, oh, it's the whole sex addiction bullshit. He is laying the groundwork. He's going to go to trial and he's going to plead insanity versus if he came out and just said, yeah, I wanted to kill everybody and he gets a death penalty. That's exactly what this asshole
He could
did.
be. I had that thought that maybe he's just trying. But I mean, if you're this crazy and you shoot this many people and you don't kill yourself afterwards,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
I think he's probably just a fucking true nut job. That has no real rhyme or reason for his thought process.
Right.
I mean, he kind of has
and like
to
I
be
said, I'm not defending him. Either way, he killed 8 people. He's fucked. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucked no matter what happens.
Well, I mean, he kind of has to be the crazy person.
It's capital murder.
To kill people like that,
But I think usually if somebody's going to go kill 8 people just because they're Asian, they want you to hear about their opinion. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be like, yeah, I fucking killed those
right.
guys.
It's not like some mob Soprano shit
they have
where, they were
man-
clipping motherfuckers because they were snitching.
Yeah, or they'll be like,
and they have like a fucking manifesto and just
or that I kind of thought, and I'm not gonna lie, when the media ran with the racist angle, I figured he was some magtard that thought since Trump hated China, he was gonna go shoot Chinese people. That's what my first thought was. You know what I mean? And like that's that media narrative that we've been, like you get fed this idea of like what and a lot of it is true. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fucking racist magtards out there, but
not all of them. Not all of them are racist.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But I do business with a lot of them, and they assume that I'm one of them. And the majority of them have definitely at least at the very least, ignorant ideas of race. I'll say that at the very least. But anyways,
No, well, no, I agree with you, and I want to add to that. This is like one thing I've always been thinking about since, obviously we have a new administration. Everybody says, "Oh, Republicans are racist, or Democrats are, arrogant, racist as well." Blah blah blah. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if you truly think about your, normal day to day thoughts, when it comes to viewing people and stuff like that. Everybody is actually inherently racist, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying like everybody's
elaborate on
KKK
that,
and all that bullshit.
Bit.
Everybody is truly inherently racist.
Well, I don't consider myself.
You're gonna be around people that make you uncomfortable. I'm being real about that. Like. I'm not it's like you might be blaring loud music and you roll up next to certain people and you're like, oh, maybe I need to calm down. Or
not
you see a certain demographic.
Me.
No, I know. No, you could see certain people at a restaurant and you could have the thought, oh, why the fuck are they there? Or you could be walking past somebody or be like,
you probably should stop talking right now.
And see, from my perspective,
I'm not calling that.
It really has more to do with class. Like, if you see if you see somebody of any race in a fucking suit, you're not gonna think twice about any of it, right? But if I see like a crotchety ass, raggedy white guy, black guy, Mexican guy, you instantly are gonna think that there's a bigger opportunity for that person to fuck with you.
Wait. So Toowoketogobroke, is he wearing black Air Forces?
And if he has black Air Forces on, then watch out. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I had to bring that one back.
But I get what you're saying. Like, we all have little bits of stereotypes that we have like ingrained in you.
I mean, that's what it is. It's not like extreme things. It's just because the media plays such a role in everybody's day-to-day life, everybody has those thoughts. And if they say, oh, they don't, frankly, I think they're a fucking liar. I'm not saying they're racist. It's just we all go through these thoughts. Like, if I go to a meeting, and this has happened to me, it's like, in the pre-pandemic world, when I wear a suit and tie and all that stuff and I slick back my hair or whatever, it's like people are like, oh, yeah, you must be an investment banker. And it's like, I remember like 4 years ago, it's like, I only have like 5.
I'm Gordon Gecko version 2.
There you go.
Well, yeah, but I only had like, $3,000 in my bank account. So it's like, I fake it till you make it, right? But still, it's, stereotypes are a bitch, and looks are just
and I think a lot of that
Mopes, you haven't. Toowoketogobroke, say your piece, but I'd like to hear Mopes' input on this.
Well, I was going to say, you said inherently, and I think that children are not born racist, but what happens is that the media and all these powers that be, they don't want people coming together. They want us separated by class, race, religion, politics. The more that we argue and see each other differently, the less we come together and actually knock these, powerful, elite motherfuckers down a peg. You know what I mean? And so, it's a societal.
I get it.
It's a means of division, and they do it well, right? So everything you see on TV, even if it's not necessarily like inherently racist, just some gangster TV show. Generally, what do they show? They show some fucking essay named Hector. You know that one actor that gets put in every fucking show, Hector. And he has a certain talk, and he's always got a fucking bandana on, and he's ready to fucking cut your fucking throat. Or they show.
Whoa! Hey, I got a bandana on right now. I had a bandana on all night.
Well, where's your switchblade, Holmes? But it's like if you, they show you that shit all the time, even in like a positive or badass light. It's still like gets sunk into your subconscious psyche. You know what I mean? And like. And
Mopes, what's up? What are your thoughts?
Well, the thing about it, first of all, I'm going to go back with my boy Knox about what he was saying about the news and the media and all this such about this country. Is that, first of all, we all know, first and foremost, that the most of the media that's here within this country is obviously manipulated in a certain way, adding to the point that he was talking about, that instead of being more unified, like the way it's supposed to be normally, they want us to be like everybody for themselves, in different classes, different races, individually by themselves, not uniting it like a melting pot. So that's it's a little bit messed up in that aspect.
Yeah.
And also from the fact that the media only wants you to see a certain portion of things, so you can start figuring it out yourself, like how the fuck are you gonna do this and that. That's another thing. And to add a third bullet point into those factors, it's not the fact of how much the media is manipulating us to be thinking about in a certain way and separating us instead of being unified us. But it's like, can we really trust the media at all? Like, is there actually
absolutely not? No, the mainstream media is just like, it's a bunch of bullshit. Use it as a baseline and then do your own due diligence.
Well, here's my thing is like, yeah, if every single news story and it's hard, it takes effort. So if you just zone out all of a sudden and you're just soaking in some information, like all of a sudden you might find yourself like thinking some stupid shit for a split second. But if you snap out of it and you always be reading between the lines, like, what are they trying to get me to feel? Especially if you're watching your news. Like if you're reading a lot of different news sources, you can get, especially, international type shit, like you can get a little bit more unbiased media, I feel like, but still you're going to get a lot of bullshit. But it's like, if you're not thinking,
wait, are you talking about like comparison from like mainstream media to like the internet bullshit?
No, I just mean like if you read your news, like from whether it's different just different journalists, different perspectives, and then it just generally depends on. Here's my thoughts on it: is when you're taking in any media or really any information at all, always ask yourself, what are they trying to get me to feel right now? Is it empathy for a certain group? Is it against a certain group? Are they trying to, it's like, what is their goal with the story? Now, it may just be to tell you some facts about a story that's going on.
You know what the goal is. They want as many viewers because they make more money.
Tizz, okay, well, then I can answer that question. Their goal is to create volatility, and volatility for news companies means more and more views, ratings, and whatnot.
But my point is like they also have an agenda. Like it's not all about ratings, because if you turn on CNN or Fox, like they're also trying to pitch you a certain agenda, right? Because they're both politically motivated, right? So
and there's a bunch of sheep that listen to both of them, and
it's very obvious. Like if you take any time to just sit there and view it like subjectively and say, okay, what are they trying to get me to feel? What facts are they throwing at me to shed something in a light? Then you also know what they're against. If they're trying to tell you what they're for, then by the same nature, what they're trying to steer you away from. You know what I mean? And like, so it's like read between the lines.
Yeah.
Go look at what actual policies, especially in political shit. It's like, go look up the actual policy. You know what I mean? And like, and see what actually, where the rubber meets the road, right? Anybody can say, oh, I'm for this. But then when you see what they actually vote for, you're like, oh, this guy's absolutely full of shit. Like all politicians are. But it's just like,
just a bunch of fucking puppets.
Just a bunch of liars and puppets, exactly. And so
it's like the Wizard of Oz, man.
And that's my thing right now is like we're so, and everybody tries to act like it's like this far right versus the far left. Most Americans are pretty much in the middle somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, we already talked about this. It's not far right, far left. It's not Democrats and Republicans. It's Crips and Bloods, motherfucker.
It is, but that's also what they're showing us, right? Like they show us the craziest Trump supporter on TV, and then they show us like the farthest left liberal who says you can't even call her a she. And that's not most people.
Who are you referring to?
Not like these social justice warrior, like, oh, you called me her. you didn't ask me. Maybe I identify as a man. Like most people
Oh
don't.
my God.
Dude, that shit's all over the place, and there are people like that, but they're just the loudest ones, right? And so that's
it sounds like a family member of mine that I'm not blood related to.
And so that's who they show us, because then it becomes easier for the people on the other side to be like, oh, fuck them damn libs, like they're a bunch of fucking, fart smelling lesbians, and then the libs can be like, oh, look at these fucking redneck Confederate flag waving motherfuckers, and it's like
Toowoketogobroke, that sounds like that. Toowoketogobroke.
I feel like this is like the George Bush versus Al Gore campaign.
Toowoketogobroke, it sounds like Miss Cheeks.
Yeah, Miss Cheeks. Yeah, it could be. And and that's just it. It's just like, most folks I feel like are actually like, everybody wants the same shit. They just want to be able to take care of their families. They want to better themselves, have a stable life, and be fucking happy. That's what most fucking people want. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah, exactly.
Black, yellow,
isn't that the
Mexican,
American dream?
it doesn't matter. Brown, white, everybody's really after the same shit. You know what I mean? And
yeah, we want to be able to, when we earn our money, we want to be able to keep as much as possible. And then, at least for me, socially, it's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Socially, do whatever you want. Economically, make as much money as you fucking can. I'm a libertarian. Like, yeah, I voted for Trump, but it doesn't mean I agree with like 90% of what he says. But still,
yeah. But it's like that's always my number one thing I ask any Trump supporter, and I'm not a hater. Like if somebody says they vote, I'm not like, oh fuck you, idiot. But the first thing I ask them is, who paid the tariffs? And if they tell me China paid them, then I will tune everything else they have to say out, because that shows me that person doesn't actually know.
Ignorant.
They don't actually know how the policy was applied.
No, of course we talked about this on a podcast back in I don't know, I think May of 2020. Like tariffs are not taxes. It's taxes on the company.
It's it's taxes on the American importer, not the Chinese exporter.
Right. And, the company that's important. Yeah.
The American company. So
the American company. We talked about this.
Yeah, and so it's not a big deal, but it's just like when people say shit and then you see that they don't even know how something was implemented, then it's like, okay, you just listened to what the guy told you, and you don't actually know what he's doing behind your back. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just the old look over here. I'm going to talk a lot of shit about China. And then over here, I'm actually just taxing you on shit, and they're not even suffering from it or paying any of it. It's like,
that's what you would call
it's just ignorant. And most people are ignorant. Like right now, and the liberals are not immune either, right? Like you've got all these leftists saying, hey, defund the police. And then when they get asked how to do it, they don't even have it. It's like, in the fucking war on drugs. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But none of them are going to say that, right? They don't know any better. They don't even know what the fucking war on drugs is, most of them. So it's like, defund the police. Well, what does that mean? Well, all cops are bastards. Well, what does that mean? Well, get rid of the police. It's like, come on. You can't just get rid of them, but you can end, the fucking war on drugs, which will get rid of 75% of police problems, right? Like but it's just ignorance, and so people just scream and shout, and they don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, yeah, and to end the war on drugs, it requires violence times 10 coming from service members, that are, U.S. guys. That's what
you make it legal. That's how you end it.
Well, when you say wait.
Well, yeah. I mean, we might have two. Now, how long it says we might have two different opinions on it, but I agree with you.
The other option doesn't work, and I'll tell you. Most things I'm very open-minded on, but prohibition. The more you fight it, the more the drugs are worth, and the more the drugs are worth, the more criminal enterprise will grow.
Okay, well, Toowoketogobroke, let me just tell you this. The big misunderstanding episode, the war on drugs episode we did, by far the highest listened episode ever on the TIZZ Talk Podcast.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad.
And you know what? I'm so fucking glad Police Chief Acevedo is getting the fuck out of here. And guess what, Mopi? You're about to have our new police chief in your fucking city.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Woo, woo.
I'll be better. That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, Tiz, I want to leave one last. I don't want to call it a parting shot. So, Toowoketogobroke, one of my close friends in college, he was actually killed in action overseas. Fighting those opium dipshits.
There's nothing wrong with opium.
So, there's no.
Let him finish.
I have too much respect for those guys that, try and bring the fight to end it all right there at the source. And I believe in it, but, legalizing all this stuff as well, as you said, I think that's an avenue as well. There's always bad apples, no matter what you do. But, there's some aspects of, call it, that business that require a certain level of force.
But come on, man. You got to be real at some point. Like, we've been doing this for 80 years, and the usage and the crime and the cartel movement only goes up, man. Like, this, what's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again. You want to get rid of illegal poppy growers, then you make it legal, and there's no money in it, man. I watched it happen.
The definition of an insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And so it's like, and I know a lot of people have died, but it's a fight that is in vain. And it also, it's just not facing the facts. And the facts are that, what was the height of the mafia in America? What was the absolute height? Prohibition.
I don't know, man. We could always just ask Tony Soprano.
You're right.
The absolute height of the mafia in America was prohibition. Why? Because alcohol was illegal, and you can't stop it, and you make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Tony, I am not. I agree with you 100%. If you legalize all this stuff, think about the debt the U.S. has. Maybe we can make some improvement on that. It's a soft spot for me because I know a handful of people that have actually been in the,
so were they
the front
DEA
lines
or military?
for all,
But see, that's the other thing is like the military are there, to fight supposedly a war on terror. And then they're sitting there,
which is kind of a front,
burning down some poppy fields and then protecting other ones. It's just all a scam. You know what I mean? And like,
well, it's always been. I mean, look at what happened in Nicaragua.
And trust me, like me and Tiz have lost a lot of friends due to drugs. And it's like,
Reaper's very aware.
No, I understand.
No, I know.
When I hear the stories about how, these assholes in the Middle East, they use the drug trade to fund terrorism. And granted, I understand maybe it's only a small amount of, whatever the fuck goes on. It's just, I want to try and figure out a way to say this right. I have a soft spot for the guys that go over there and they want to fight and they want to, right the wrong of this. It doesn't mean I don't think.
Well, no, I agree.
But I just think that, okay, well, here's one thing. Most people don't join the military to fight the war on drugs. Like, that's one thing.
Well, the war on drugs is mostly in America.
But that's what creates the international drug trade. Like, a dude in Afghanistan can't make money off of opium,
right?
If it's legal, they just can't do it.
I understand, guys. I gotta just 1 second, if y'all can bear with me for a second.
Yeah,
we're listening.
Well, first of all, Moby, do you have anything to say about any of what they were talking about? Because I'm going to give you your speak, and then I have to do a couple things, and then we'll continue the conversation on. But
well, I mean, in regards to the war on drugs, like I know it's something that's it can be either political or something that it's just like a topic that gets repeated itself over and over and over again. I mean, There is realistically a war on drugs, but is it realistically a war on drugs? I don't think so from my understanding. Why? Because when you,
Mopes, you got to listen to the episode on the
Well,
TIZZ
what?
Talk
No,
podcast. It's called The Big Misunderstanding.
But speak.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean there is no war? What do you mean?
like in a way it is because of the fact we all know this. Like if drugs become legalized, not gonna say all of them, not gonna say cocaine,
No,
not gonna
all of
say,
them. All of them.
No. Well, if it was all of them,
That's a good point too. And Mopi, not to cut you off, but like,
no, go ahead.
the war on drugs is because it's illegal. If and Tuo can go all about.
No, but I
this.
want to hear what your perspective is. What do you mean there is no war on drugs? That's all I mean. I want to know.
In my way of seeing it is because I see it as a point that if it was a war, then we would be having more stricter rules, more stricter laws, more strict on every single aspect of drug policies in order to, if you see, like, how it is, like how it is in Japan, that there is like an anti-Yakuza law for Yakuza that now doesn't exist anymore. If it was that constricted for drugs itself within the country, even though it could be like, there's always a way to sneak around the laws. But if there was something very constricted about it, all right, then from there would be a defeat on the war on drugs. But look at it from a perspective that's financial. With all the shit that we have in this country that's already up our noses and up our asses. Obviously, if drugs were to be legalized, all of them, today, it would be very lucrative for not just the economy, but it would be lucrative for all society in general. And also for the fact that the supposed debt that it's still being elevated because of all the shit that we all know about. All right, then maybe some part of that debt that we have within this country might be a little bit lower with the profit taken that's going to be coming from all these drugs that can get legalized.
The tax.
Tony, do you want to spit truth on him right now?
No, I want to keep.
Or should I just tell him to listen to the big?
No, I want to keep hearing him. I want to keep hearing what he has to say.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's like if it was like obviously as us retail investors, it's like a profit taking for not just obviously the businesses that are trying to make sure like weed, like acid, like all these different drugs that people still consume nowadays, which is obviously normal. If it was completely legalized, there'll be a lot more demand, there'll be a lot more profits, there'll be a lot more income and revenue in that perspective that will help not just local businesses, not just help the country itself, but also within the financial.
It would lower arrest and fucking people being in jail for fucking stupid drug charges while these rapists get to go back out on the streets.
And that's what I was just about to say is our drug policies are pretty stringent. Now, it's, we have a multicultural society here. We also have a much larger country than some of these small countries that really crack down on drugs, quote unquote. Now, there's still drugs in those countries. It's just generally richer people take them and poor people get fucked over if they get caught with them. But anyways,
white people have access to more fucking legal prescription drugs than any other race. Not to be racist, but I'm saying like in Tuvok, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's just here's the thing though. It's like almost
right.
every study shows that if you legalize drugs, like they just did in Portugal, all drugs are decriminalize them at the very least, but you really need to just legalize them and tax them and make money off people that want to take them, and also put a lot of that money into, education and teaching people and treatment, right? And so drug usage actually goes down, and there's a lot of reasons for it, and they're all pretty common sense. Is like a lot of people, you take drugs because you like a lot of times when you're younger, just because you're just having fun and being stupid, right? But in the ghettos and in a lot of lower income areas, it's actually a lifestyle, right? Like if everybody's poor around you, and the only cool dudes, people that have clout in the neighborhood are gang members and drug dealers. Well, most of them take drugs, right? And so it just becomes this like self-fulfilling prophecy of like, well, I take drugs, I sell drugs, and I shoot other motherfuckers that sell drugs, and that's just our whole lifestyle. You know what I mean? So
the whole situation is a double-edged sword.
It is, and it all just
it is.
It all facilitates more drug usage, and that's why we've never actually curbed drug usage in this country.
But it also pisses off the people who are losing millions of dollars on the black market.
Exactly. And so like I watched it happen in Colorado, man. It was crazy. I was running a very profitable grow shop, Colorado. We were selling equipment to growers, right? And then the minute legalization happened, I'm not kidding you, we were doing $5-6 grand a day in nutrients and equipment and, dirt, anything you needed to grow. We were doing pretty big numbers, for the shop we ran. And then legalization came and we had one more little boost. And then boom, I'm talking about, we went from doing like thousands of dollars a day. Sometimes people would come in with 30 grand cash and buy equipment from me.
Wow.
And then after legalization hit, we started doing $400 a day. And the reason for it is because the price drops, and when the price drops, the black market dies. People weren't spending any money on their grow operations because they're like, shit, pounds are going for $800. It's not even worth my time. I'm going to go get a real job. And you know what? A lot of them said to me, I'm going to go back to selling cocaine because they couldn't make money selling weed anymore. And so if all drugs are legal, slowly but surely, don't get me wrong, for a few years, it will probably be a little bit worse because it'll just be this kind of changing market and people will be desperate to like keep their fucking hustle going. Mm-hmm. But after a few years, these markets die. I'm talking about they just fucking shrivel up on the vine. There will be no large gangs. There will be no large cartels. There will be no large international drug traffickers. It will cease to exist.
So, and this is a yes or no question, then I'll follow it up with the response. When they passed that legislation, was it like instantaneous marijuana?
Yeah, it passed legalized? A couple months, and then they were like, January 1st is legal. So then dispensaries could start selling to recreationally instead of just medically.
And if you had a medical card, you can get like better deals.
So then
you get better deals.
So then the second part of my question is, so let's say, the U.S. is going to legalize everything. Instead of passing legislation based on what you just said of like, yeah, things will get worse, blah, 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 would there be a way to introduce that concept to where it's, not so sudden where, like you said, you were getting 4-6 grand a day?
I would say yes. I mean, obviously, there's got to be a way.
It's going to be very difficult.
Now, in Colorado, it was going from medical to legal. But the problem with medical is, and I love medical because it's the golden age of the black market because you don't get in trouble for production, and then you get to still go sell your product black market. And so it's like this weird. It's the perfect time to be a grower at that point, right? When it's legal, it sucks because it's just not worth your time. Like you just grow personals at that point. It's just not worth growing bud at $1,200 a pound. It's not.
Exactly. Hey, and guess what, Mopes? Florida's next to be legal.
And so what you get is these last little bastions of growers who are just shipping all their shit to states that aren't legal, right? And so it's like, there you go again, prohibition. It just doesn't work. You're always going to go from areas in the world that are less strict, and drugs are going to get shipped to places that are, because that's where the money is. You know what I mean?
Where's the new age Al Capone?
But to answer your question, I'm sure there's a way, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the prices will drop overnight. You may see an initial surge in violence, but you can't be a punk in the world and say, well, I've just got to avoid the short-term repercussions to avoid the whole future of the world being more peaceful and less dangerous, especially in inner cities. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have a little surge in violence, like I said, and then it's gonna
like Al Capone,
nothing.
Dude.
So are there ways to possibly curb it a little? I'm sure there are, but at the end of the day, who cares? Because long term, it's a much, much safer, better option for the entire country and the globe. Really, drugs weren't really illegal in the world until America decided they were.
What, reefer madness?
Yeah, the 30s. That's when prohibition.
Harry Anslinger.
Yeah, Harry Anslinger's racist ass, man. Like, prohibition was ending. And he hated black people, Mexicans, and jazz music. And so he did everything he could to make legislation that would just zero in on these people. And that's how the war on drugs started. They were like, man, we're losing our jobs. We're not going to be able to fight prohibition. Let's make weed illegal. It all started with marijuana, and then it snowballed into what we have today.
Just go watch Reefer Madness, baby.
Yeah. Well, no, I was just curious. I wanted to ask kind of a complicated question, but no, I mean
this is why Toowoketogobroke is my
I
co-host.
appreciate your
No, and yours as well, and like I said, I've had this conversation with a lot of older people, a lot of younger people, and people either generally, and that's why I appreciate you hearing me, it's because a lot of people just are very concrete on this, and I am on the other side. I won't lie. Like, I have no wiggle room on it because, for one, I feel like I've just done the research, and then two, it's just like, for me, it just feels like such common sense that it kind of drives me a little bit crazy. And I think a lot of it's just people just can't accept that drugs should be legal. It's like this weird moral dilemma for them. And it's like, look, nobody takes drugs right now. Nobody does. Maybe, a tiny percentage of people don't take drugs right now because it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, a lot of people take them because it is illegal, because it's fucking fun and feels risky, and it's like cool, right? Like, it's like a lifestyle,
I remember, like when we were in high school, we were like the rebels, like fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. You get chicks because you got some fucking whatever you got,
you're peddling an ounce here and there,
it's just like a little rebel lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that shit goes away and it loses its coolness. It's like if your fucking mom was like, hey, let's play NBA 2K. You're like, man, I don't know if I'm going to play NBA 2K anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's not cool.
Me and Slim Reaper can talk some shit about that. But, all right. Well, hey, if you guys don't mind, can we move on? Are we done talking about this?
Yeah.
That was a great, I'm glad we talked about that. I really am.
Yeah, we move on.
Just want to do a couple announcements and shouts. I want to say, happy motherfucking St. Patrick's Day to everybody. I hope you all had a good fucking time. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Ben Baxter. Happy 34th birthday coming up this Friday. And I'm not going to wish this guy a happy birthday, but Hussein, I think he's turning, 75 on the 21st, and we don't wish you a happy birthday. Other than that, it might have been 81.
I heard it was 81.
But I heard it was 69 because his ex just be fucking licking that coochie.
Also, other announcements and shouts. I'm gonna lose my track with that comment. God damn it. No. Here's the other shout. So I don't know if everybody's noticed, like I totally did the TIZZ Talk Podcast Instagram page. I'm taking this thing to a new level now. I'm trying to keep this more on a regular basis, and I feel like that we're keeping up with it. It's about once a week now, maybe once every 10 days, but I'm okay with that. I would say in the next couple weeks, maybe a few months, I'm gonna have the whole. We're gonna start doing this on YouTube. TIZZ fam, I know I've said it before, but I'm fucking serious this time. Like, it's happening. But I also would like to wish my home girl, I love her to death, Ray, happy birthday. Oh, and also I do want to give, because we're a little bit behind the times here, happy late birthday to my boy Lou Giz.
I was about to say that, man.
Lou Giz, and then also that boy Javier. Rest in peace. His birthday was the same day as Lou Giz.
Javier died?
Yeah, dude, he died in 2019.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, drugs, man. Drugs.
Damn.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to them, and I mean, obviously Lou Giz is still with us, but and all I got to say is, also, I'm sorry, Ray. Happy fucking birthday. Her birthday was on Monday, March 15th. Ray, we love you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I
was going to ask you something. Why do people drink on St. Patrick's Day? I mean, what is this thing? I never really looked into
it's just, how Irish people are. They love to drink, and then the Americans just find any reason to fucking drink.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like 420. It's like 4 fucking.
I don't
20.
think there's. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
for
any
alcoholics.
I get it.
Yeah, there's no etymology or origin or story to it, or even being, I guess, what did 23andMe say? I'm like 33%
I know who St.
Irish.
Patrick
There's no
was, but
fucking
I don't
rhyme or
quite
reason
get how
to it.
that turned
Irish
into
people just
drinking, but whatever.
Well, they're Irish,
Nice, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Irish
I don't
people
know.
just like
You
to
should
get
watch
fucked
that
up.
Robin Williams. You should watch that Robin Williams stand up from back in the day. He'll go off on that shit.
Right.
But yeah, so I guess that was the announcement and shouts. Just wanted to give the love to the homies and their birthday shout outs, and then just wanted to let the TIZZ fam know that we're really pushing this forward. I promise you this time we are. Just bear the fuck with me, okay? Does anybody have a topic?
Yeah, yes, at the TIZZ. So, did you hear about that? The guy for the Miami Heat that he was on Xbox, Twitch, or whatever, and I guess I don't want to say the word, but he said
he dropped the K-bomb.
He said like an anti-Semitic.
Was it? Oh my God!
He dropped the K-bomb.
The superstar of the Heat.
No, it wasn't a superstar. It was some
Myers
guy
Leonard.
that I never really.
No, so no, I did not. I don't know. I know nothing about this.
Yeah, so this guy, apparently he's like an avid video gamer, whatever. But and he has all these contracts with Twitch companies or whatever. And he was playing Call of Duty, and he was like, "Oh yeah, don't snipe me, you K word, blah blah blah." And I don't want to say it just because I can't. But knowing that you're Jewish. I've actually, and I actually.
So I mean, you could say it, because you're Jewish.
To an extent, but and I
okay, guys, all right, whoa, TIZZ talk.
No, Taylor.
Let me just explain something real quick.
TIZZ, I'm actually
do not believe in religion. Period. Now, a lot of people look at Judaism as like a bloodline. Like, if you're Jewish, that's a race, right? Well, I don't believe in that shit, okay? Because I don't believe in religion, period. I just don't. You know what I believe in? I believe in the motherfucking sun, because I can see it, and without it, we won't be here.
Agreed.
So I'm a sun worshiper.
Which is what all religions stem off of anyway.
But I'm not, okay, anyway.
Well, no, I was just curious. I asked somebody else that that is our former canceled. Boss. You know who TIZZ. But I have a lot of Jewish friends, and it made me sick to my stomach hearing that, and I wanted to.
Wait, I'm sorry. What made you sick?
Just hear your opinion on it, and sorry, I know it's kind of a. Well, the guys on Twitch.
He called somebody
like
a effing K bitch. So, and so, I mean, look, man.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't really. I mean,
you know why it doesn't bother me? Because
okay, well, I mean,
there's almost 8 billion people on the planet. I mean, everybody's gonna have their own fucking opinion, and you know what? Let them have their fucking opinion.
Well, then that's your perspective.
That's just the way I look at it, because I don't like associate myself with a religious group, man.
Well, no, I was in TIZZ. I was saying this. I know your stance, and obviously we've talked about this before. And I'm asking it out of respect, just because it was like one of those moments.
Here's my thoughts on it: is like video games
like,
used to
really?
be a place where that type of talk was like just normal. Like I never used like racial shit ever, but I'd call people. Fag or fuck, mostly I just tell fuck you piece of shit.
Well, I don't really consider myself a Jew, but I feel like I have the right to be like, oh fuck you, you fucking Jew.
Yeah, so but that doesn't make it right. He definitely should. And being a professional athlete and sponsored by Twitch, like, come on, dude, you got to know better. And here's his. I don't know if you knew. He said this. While I didn't know what that word meant at the time, my ignorance about its history and how offensive it is to the Jewish community is absolutely not an excuse, and I was wrong. I'm now more aware of its meaning, and I am committed to properly seeking out people who can educate me about this type of hate and how we can fight it. Now, I think I'm more inclined to believe the guy who shot up the massage parlors than I am that he didn't know that was an offensive term to Jewish people.
Oh my god! Yeah, well, I mean, I can agree.
I agree with you. Is like you're saying. Like when I first saw it, my first thought was like, yeah, everybody in the gaming community that has headsets, the shit people say to each other is, frankly,
well,
this
most
is normal.
People in the
but
gaming
still,
computer,
like, this guy's a
are like 8
professional
years
athlete.
old.
Right, but TIZZ, this guy is
No. I know that, but I'm just
multi-million
saying
dollar
most.
professional athlete.
Most.
He has
Do you think that
sponsorships and whatnot? It's like he should have
just
known
instantly
better versus
dropped
guys like
from?
us.
I know I get being dropped from all sponsorships because as a sponsor, you're just the face of something, which is a privilege. You know what I mean? Like nobody.
Here's my opinion. All right, look, if you have if you are in the media, like, and you say some stuff like that where it's gonna get passed around social media or whatever, then you're a fucking idiot.
That's my opinion. Is like, dude, you should know better. Don't be a dumbass. You're in a position where you're making all this money. Like, just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like,
and so Moby, what do you think about that?
And I don't know if you saw it. He got traded
Oklahoma,
from
sure.
Miami to.
Hold on, Mopes. What do you think about this?
Oh my God, he probably got a hero's welcome.
I mean, well, if it's his personal decision to just go off somewhere else, I mean, it sucks that he moved out from Miami from the team down here, which is a fire-ass team, with all respect. But if that was his decision to move out from here, then well,
they shipped him out. They were like, "We're not fucking with you." They're like, "We're not fucking with you." They basically just took the first trade they could to get him out of Miami.
I mean,
well, it's funny. It's Myers Leonard. I think he's actually. This. I will clown on MAGA people. I think Myers Leonard is actually a big time.
Okay,
MAGA
what do you?
Go ahead, Chuck, and then
he's a dickhead.
I was gonna say one of the most ironic things about MAGA people to me is like a lot of them, and I don't want to say but I'm not gonna say like a percentage, but a lot. 1 million people is a lot of people. You know what I mean? So like I say a lot of MAGA people. I don't mean like a majority or anything like that, but there is a big group of people who love Trump but are anti-Semitic, and I just find that to be like the most insane irony out there. Like his daughter's married to like a big time Jewish guy, he's involved in Jewish politics. Like the whole country of Israel pretty much loves Donald Trump. Like, it's like, these disconnects that we have today are just like so crazy to me.
That's why I keep saying it's fucking Crips and Bloods, dude.
Well, the average American is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. But so what do you think about this though? There's a new trend online. If like some guy say
wait. I wanted to say something.
Okay.
Since we were talking about sports, guys, and Reaper, you can speak on this. The Rockets.
Tony, make a note of what
How many have you lost in a row?
Let's go back to it. Actually, so the game they lost last night tied the franchise record. The game tonight broke the record. We officially
did you say moose cock?
We suck moose cock.
Wow, like I mean that's a big
random.
Cock to suck.
It's awful. It sounds gross, and the Rockets suck.
They'll have to change their name to the Red Rockets.
Rockets suck,
what do they call that when the dog has the red rocket? The Red Rockets, baby. That was so fucking good. Okay, all right. That was great.
That was a good one.
So we got two. This isn't what I was gonna say, but since we're on sports now, Deshaun Watson has two massage therapist saying that he wanted
Oh yes,
that he was
yes, I
aggressive
love
with
it.
them about getting sex during a massage.
Well, I don't blame him.
I have two questions. Yeah, I have two questions about it.
Let's
Number
see.
one is where were these massages?
hang on.
That's one thing I want to know.
Tony, go.
Like, were they at one of these parlors, or what did he call them over to their house? Like, I want to know a little bit more about that situation. And then two, did any of y'all read the article? It was like she was saying that he was like pushing them towards his anus.
Whoa, wait, what? What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
So it's funny. Like, I don't want to defend Deshaun Watson because I think if you don't want to be here, get the fuck out of here. So I've met him before. I know his story and how he came from poverty to being a professional athlete. The guy is he's a square Joe. And even me and my ex-girlfriend, like, we've taken pictures with like him and his Instagram, bimbo bitch or whatever, girlfriend or whatever. I never believe in conspiracies, and I don't want to defend him because I don't like him. I think this is a smear campaign.
You think it is, or you don't think it is?
And I 80% of me believes that. And, I say that obviously violence against women, none of that stuff should be tolerated in the whatsoever.
Article I read. It was like, it said he became aggressive. So I assume he just like, was pushing their hand or maybe saying like, come on, just touch it or something like that. But,
I mean, like we were all talking about earlier, do we really trust
I would say
the media like at all anymore?
I wouldn't say that the media. I think in this case you're dealing with like two women and two lawyers, and like the media is going to pick up a story like this no matter what.
Okay. Mopi, do you have any input on this before I have to say a couple things?
As of currently, no, I don't have any inputs on this at all. As I'm not.
Okay, well, I mean, you thank you for being on the show. I know you haven't said much, but we're going to give you a shot. But I do have to, I want to give a shout out real quick to our sponsors over at Anchor. All right. Thank you, Anchor, so much for making this podcast possible and letting the TIZZ Talk podcast keep going. Back to the show. And did you guys want to continue on that? Because I have some other things I'd like to talk about.
No.
Oh my God, let's not go down that road again.
Talking about Deshaun Watson makes me sick.
I had one thing that I was gonna say.
Go for it, and then I'll go to the next.
Well, no, going back to the Myers-Leonard thing, like let's talk about this from a perspective of not being a celebrity. Like, say Myers-Leonard's just some dude who is like a streamer, right? And he doesn't have sponsors. Like, he's not a role model in the community. He's just some guy who plays video games.
Wait, you ain't talking about me. You ain't Toowoketogobroke, you ain't talking about me.
Right.
No,
I know where you're going with this.
So let's say he's just some random dude, right? And he's playing video games and he streams and he says highly offensive shit all day long. I think we can agree that, like, if people want to watch him, like, go for it, right? Like, you can't just cancel and demand any person be burned to the ground for being a complete douchebag. You know what I mean? Like, douchebags exist. If you're not a role model in the community, you can pretty much say whatever the fuck you feel like, even if it's offensive, as long as it's not inciting violence, right? I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm just noticing a trend online. Like, if somebody say they see some dude on a like a forum or like a social media post, right? And he like calls some dude, fucking K word, or calls some guy a fag. They'll find out where this dude works. They'll like send all the shit to his fucking place of business. They'll send it to like his mom. They'll send it to his, just they're just trying to blow people's whole lives up over being a piece of shit. Like, how do y'all feel about that? I mean,
but I mean,
it's cancel culture at its
yeah. What do you think?
finest.
Mos?
I don't know. I'm not that much into that topic, to be honest with you. But I think it's just, if I can put it that way, I could be wrong. You can correct me on this portion of what I'm going to say. It might be half BS and half of it not BS in that perspective. Because like I said, I'm not really much into that topic specifically, but you can add on to that.
Well, no,
I hear what you're saying,
because I really have no input either.
I think that I kind of agree. I mean, even though it's a bit of a vague statement, I kind of agree because it's like, look, if you put shit on social media, then prepare to face the consequences.
Oh, you're gonna get your ass slammed and with your DMs and all sorts of shit.
I mean, whenever you
can take it back,
something
but people
online,
see
you
it.
can't take it back.
But what about
period,
these?
End of story.
But who has the time, right, to go find some dude? Like, these aren't even posts. These are just people in a fucking on the comments having no fun.
Well, and this is the one thing, and it's funny you say that. This is the one thing I actually hate about social media. There are people out there that are just. Granted, I'm not saying posting, whatever, saying all this bullshit is good. There are people out there that they truly have nothing to do and they just want to ruin other people's lives because they don't agree with what, their beliefs are. That is kind of it's a big fundamental that I just...
It's a bragging
kind of
platform.
Scary, kind of given
what it is
going on right now.
What we're on. We're not really in cancel culture. What we're in is victim culture, and it's like people.
Oh man, you said that perfectly.
Yeah, that was on point. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes,
it's like, oh my god, this guy said that, and it's like, well, bitch, why is there and dudes? I mean, there's dudes too. I just say bitch in general. But it's like, it's like. What? How the fuck does that affect you? Who gives a shit? Move the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like, why are we teaching people? Why are we teaching people to be victims?
Well, America led us into it.
It's like they shouldn't be celebrated for being a fucking victim. First of all,
there's just no privacy anymore.
Well, there's no moral ineptitude. There's no fucking mental strength. It's just, oh my god. This is tough. Yeah, fuck you. Like, yeah, you're racist. Like, and that's what America's gone to. Or it's like, oh,
here's my opinion.
Blame somebody else because you can't get the fucking
parties
job
are ignorant. Anybody who's posting some shit like that, they're ignorant. Anybody who's commenting on it, they're ignorant.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, there was this woman, dude, on social media. She was crying, bro,
Yep.
because she went into a restaurant. And it was called a peasant salad. And she was like,
who names their shit that?
She was like, is this missing an L? Because it was just some basic salad that didn't have all the extra shit on it, right? So they just called it a peasant salad. And she was like, is this missing an L? Is this supposed to be pleasant? And they're like, no, it's a peasant salad. And she was crying.
I mean, what does that mean? It's got like grains and like maybe a little salt trickled on top of it or something.
Yeah, I guess. But she was crying and posting on social media like, cancel this fucking restaurant, And most people in the comments were like, okay, like this is a bit much. But there was a decent amount of people like, oh my God, a peasant salad. What the fuck? And it's like, dude, like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about? Like, this woman's crying about a fucking salad name. Like, and I know it's just like an anecdotal story, but it's like, this is the shit that people are just like looking for shit to fucking be a victim about, And it's just, it's insane, man. People just want shit to be so fucking vanilla in the future that it's like, and I'm not for fucking people being fucking outrageous and fucking rude, but like, you gotta have a little bit of fucking, outrageousness out there. Like, even comedians are getting canceled. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Bill Burr, like that guy's I love Bill Burr, and apparently everybody's fucking zoning in on him just because, I guess whatever he did.
You know what?
Like,
you know who's
fuck
got
everybody. You guys all
balls
suck,
of steel
blah, blah,
is
blah.
Dave motherfucking Chappelle, dude.
Oh, that's
he's
my
coming
guy.
out there with his latest ones. He is just like, balls to the wall. Like he don't give a fuck.
Didn't you just do something with, granted, like,
he was on the show.
Yeah,
he was on the
Joe
show.
Rogan.
He
did like some big old,
Yeah, I'll have to check that one
But
out.
I'm just saying,
like
his latest stand-ups, he just like, he disappeared for a while, then he started doing stand-ups again, in the past like 3-4 years maybe, and then they're so funny. I mean, he's just back on it because he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, hell no, he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, have y'all seen his latest stand-ups like the past 3 or 4 over the past 4 years?
Man,
they're great. Oh my god,
doesn't give a shit.
They're great. They're great.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, and I love that story. He's just cool, man. And people who get it. It's like anybody can get it, and that's the beauty of comedy. Is like a good comedian is going to give it to anybody and everybody that's being soft should get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't care what the hell's going on. If you're being soft, overly soft all the time, then you should get it. You know what I mean?
Straight up. But guys, TIZZ fam, we are going to do the headlines of the week. You guys ready?
Yeah,
for this?
yeah.
Go for it.
All right. So I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna read the title. I'm gonna go through it real quick.
Let it rip.
First one says, "Is the U.S. at risk of Roman Republic style collapse? This historian says yes." And then here, now let me finish. Quote, "I don't think we're through the worst of it all," said Mike Duncan, the host of podcast The History of Rome and Revolutions. Now, I'm going to keep going. Well, I don't know if y'all want to hear this whole thing, but you know what? Fuck it. We're not going to read the whole article. Basically, this guy is saying that, like, America is, we might have a Roman collapse. What do y'all think about that?
Well, with all the shit going around, yes, I do agree that we would be having a Roman collapse in the long run.
Well, okay. Do you think it is going to happen? Or do you agree that it could happen?
No, I think it's going to happen.
Okay. Toowoketogobroke.
I think that we have started that trajectory. You can come back from it, but it takes balls and people not to be so soft. And I don't see, I'm not. What time frame are we talking about? That's the main thing. I mean, obviously, all empires collapse at some point. You know what I mean? But like, what did he have a time
let me see if I can find dates real quick.
If he's saying in the next 10 years, no. But if he's saying like the next 50, yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, he's speaking in long term.
I'd guess because we've got social unrest, which has always been the case, and like, don't get it twisted. Violence and a lot of shit is a lot better than it used to be in this country, but ignorance is at an all-time high. And then it's really comes down to money, man, and like, we're being really stupid with our money supply right now, and people are celebrating stimulus checks that are terrible.
Well, we're going to talk about that here soon, but
that ties into the collapse.
Worthless.
Well, this whole article was basically. I mean, the main thing is the riots on the Capitol.
See, like that, I don't care about as much. Yeah, that just shows the ignorance that we're dealing with. But it's not
exactly because the media is so full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's like, there again, like, I clown on Trump supporters. I even voted for the guy. It's like there are Trump supporters that are psychotic. The Black Lives Matter movement. There's good meaning to it, but there's always going to be a bad apple in every fucking group. It doesn't matter what the fucking group is. It always fucking happens. If someone disagrees
guys, y'all
with
don't have to answer this. Obviously, Reaper did, but if you don't feel comfortable answering this question, you don't have to. Do you feel comfortable telling us who you voted for?
I didn't vote.
Okay. Mo?
I mean, I voted for, at least for this election, I voted for Biden and Kamala.
Okay.
I respect that.
It's fine. Hey, man, it's all good. You want to know who I voted for?
Tell us.
There's a blank line. I voted for Chucktizz.
My guy.
I do it every year.
Tupac.
Every election.
Yeah.
Well, I voted for Kanye as is my second choice.
Because as Toowoketogobroke knows, TIZZ for Prez.
I've come to the point where I'll vote for local elections, man, but
That's funny.
it really is.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, like, you think Biden
that's
really
really
makes
the only
difference? They're all
fucking politics
they're all
that
pulled by
affects us
puppet
anyways.
strings anyway.
But yeah, you know, they say, oh, the Keystone Pipe. Well, I feel for everybody that lost jobs in that. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
there's
look,
all
it's
the,
like,
America
you know,
last,
if anybody
blah,
thinks
blah, blah. It's
Biden
all-
is going to
it's
defund police, then
semantics.
they're a fucking idiot. I mean, the guy loves police. He loves the fucking war on drugs. He ain't what they think he is. And then on the right wing side, they think he's like a communist. And it's like, dude, this dude is big business, almost as big business as they come. Besides that, you know, yeah, he'll raise them.
He's just the Democratic version of
You know,
Trump.
no, what he is, and this is what's so funny to me right now.
No, let me correct myself. He's just the Crip version of Trump.
I'll tell you what he
The
is.
Crip.
He's not even. He's Ronald Reagan that doesn't believe in abortion. That is
Well, I think he follows more along the lines of JFK.
no. He is exactly like Ronald Reagan. I mean, he is almost Ronald Reagan to a fucking T, dude. Same immigration policies, same war on drug policies.
Well, what about Bush Senior?
Let's think about. Let's think about Trump prior to COVID when we're talking about immigration, because I think that's an asterisk with trying to contain a pandemic. Not to say Trump did a good job, because I don't think he did. I believe. And I respect your opinion. I think Trump was more Reagan-esque than Biden. You know, Biden, I think his policy on economics is, you ship everything overseas, you pay less taxes, and then the corporations gain more profits. And it's not a Reagan policy. Unfortunately,
Reagan came before
former
Bush,
Republican,
and
it is a Bush policy.
But I mean, Reagan's take home is trickle down economics.
I know that.
That's his thing, not corporate tax cuts as much as giving rich people tax cuts instead of corporations. So there is a big difference there, especially today when we're running such a deficit. These big corporations are the only thing that can make up that difference. You know what I mean? It's like if they keep paying zero taxes, then taxes are just going to keep getting slammed on the poor and the middle class, No,
I get it, but it's like, you want to outsource all these manufacturing facilities.
I mean, just straight numbers, just facts. He ran a deficit.
Okay, all right,
you're
guys.
right.
I just want to hear. But how do you think that Trump is more like Reagan on his immigration? He believed in the fucking dreamers and people. He believed in people crossing the fucking border at much higher rates than previous conservatives did. And Trump actually, whether you want to call it to his credit or detriment, but he actually deported a lot less people than Barack Obama did per year. He deported way less than Barack Obama. And so probably in the last 30 years, he might be the softest president we've had on immigration. Media will tell you lock kids in cages. That has already been happening. He wasn't the first to do it. And then the other thing that's really funny to me is he actually
that's true.
He actually what's the word I'm looking for? Prosecuted less sex traffickers per year than Obama. Now it was very close, and they're still way leaps and bounds above the presidents before them. But when you actually look at the FBI numbers to all this shit, it's like, wow, like I would have thought Trump deported way more people than Obama per year.
Dude, no, he's neutral as shit.
Tony, are you a fucking political lobbyist? Because I'm incredibly.
No, I appreciate it. I would like. I mean, it's just like for me, I try to I see what I hear on the news, and then I just go try to look up the actual data on it, and then by doing that, it's like all of a sudden the world opens up to Oh, okay. All that is absolutely complete horse shit. You know, it's like everything you're hearing is a lie. And granted, these are government numbers, so I mean, you still got to trust something at some
delineate the
point,
bullshit.
whether it's numbers or words. You know what I mean? But
Basically, China's trying to fuck shit up.
I mean, so far, China, as we all know it, it's just trying to take over anything that they can possibly grab within its reach. Whatever commodities they can possibly have around it, it's going to take advantage of it to the fullest. And trust me, they're not as silent as we think they are. They're full out in the spotlight, and they will take whatever grasp that they can get to be as dominant as they can possibly be in all sectors, including the financial sector that we're all invested in right now.
Exactly. Mopes, I'm so glad you said that. China is trying to be the next world, leader.
Yeah.
They do, and they're not. They're doing a goddamn good job.
They want to
Not
take
gonna lie.
Here's the
crown from
secret.
us.
Here's the big dirty secret: is there's no countries anymore. Anyways, it's all multinational corporations, and China is doing a damn good job of building theirs up from the inside. And most American companies don't give a shit about America. Well, in China, if you don't give a fuck about China, you go the Jack Ma way. You just disappear real fast. So,
Yeah, Jack Ma. He did. Yeah, he just went off the map there for a little bit.
Well, has he come back? I don't think so.
Yeah, no. He's back. He's back.
It's just like there, you toe the line, or you don't, or you get hung by the line. And so, there is a difference in when countries start going at each other, and like you've got this type of rivalry. China has the advantage. I mean, democracy is not as adaptable as a one-man show is, and
yeah, he's called Beijing or sorry, Jinping, he runs the show.
He's got the wheel, and so his destination is much easier
or whatever his name is.
Whereas we're steering, we're in a sailboat with two different sails on it, and so you go this way, you go that way, you go this way, you go that way. He's on a fucking motorboat, and so he just steers that bitch and it goes. So he's got the upper hand. He can run circles around our previous administration. China advanced more in the last 8 years, under Obama and Trump than they had in the last 20. People talk about manufacturing jobs. It's like, dude, these manufacturing jobs were sold down the river decades ago. They're not coming back. You know what I mean? Like, they never will. They're a lot of them are now shit jobs in Chinese factories. We're not going to beat them. You can't. And if you move it out of China, then it goes to Vietnam. And if it moves out of Vietnam,
it's like the Japanese.
And then if they do come back here, they're going to be freaking automated. So it's like the jobs are gone. They're not coming back. We either have to grow or continue to shrink. You know what I mean? You have to expand your boundaries, and it can't just be these tech companies that don't actually produce anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just like this weird, just expanding balloon of bullshit companies that don't actually give America a leg up, in the future.
Well, I mean, it's like all non-essential jobs get outsourced, and like, frankly, there's a company I know that TIZZ and I are familiar with. We are actually starting the process to outsource.
Yeah, like just think about it like this, right? Like
starting the
during World
process
War
to
II,
outsource
right?
jobs to other countries.
American manufacturing was like the
cheaper.
top dog in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and so what happened when we needed to turn all those machines on and start making freaking bombers and making things much faster, right? But now a lot of our industrial might is made in another country. So like,
our industrial might has always been awesome.
There can't really be a World War III because there's just too much nuclear armament, I feel like. So it's always, I don't know.
I 100% agree. World War III is all going to be like, it's going to be cyber. There's no point to use nukes.
Nobody's ever going to use
capabilities
nukes
of literally with cyber
powerful,
attacks.
You just end everything. Yeah, but you never, it's funny. It's like, I don't mean to cut you off. You never hear about like, oh, U.S. hackers like hack into China. It's like,
Well,
oh,
you
China
know,
hacks
Well, hold on.
U.S.
Wait, wait,
Oh,
wait, wait, wait,
Russia
wait, wait.
hacks
Let me say
U.S.
something about that real
North
quick.
Korea
Let me
hacks
say something about
U.S.
that real
It's like,
quick.
I guess
So,
American hackers suck.
America did not have much of a cyber like system to an offensive system until the movie The Interview came out, and North Korea hacked into Sony's thing and back in 2014, and then that was when it woke up America's eyes, like we need to, build up our fucking cyber, protocols here, and that was a big deal, and that because now they're realizing like. If somebody can get into our infrastructure, they can shut down all of our power supply. Like, I mean, that is the biggest threat to us.
And don't forget that Western media is never going to tell you that America got caught in a cyber attack against another country. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's public news about the whole Sony
no, I'm
thing.
saying like say everyone suspects that America hacked China in some capacity. Western news isn't going to openly be talking about how we're hacking other countries. You know what I'm saying?
Blame
So it's
blame
like,
it on
I'm
Alabama.
sure we're doing the same shit, and I'm sure that we may not be as
Me too.
like there's state sanctioned hackers that just literally steal credit cards and bullshit like that work for the Russian government. Like they don't even hide it. It's like not even a step removed. Like that's just what their job is to fuck with banks and shit like that, on a daily basis. I don't know if we're doing that. I wouldn't bet against it, but we don't hear about it at the very least.
It's a quality corporate job.
I kind of want to subscribe to like a Russian and Chinese like news station on like cable or something just to see what the hell they say about us on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like
that Al Jazeera, but just for Russia
so
and
like
China,
and
or
I do
whatever.
actually try sometimes to
I
like look
understand.
up online like Russian
Taylor,
news and just see, it's a completely different perspective. And I'm not saying it's correct in any way, but it's like, we do get fed a lot of fucking propaganda. So it's kind of nice sometimes to just read the other propaganda that's out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, don't buy into it, but just understand that like everybody's got their own viewpoint.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, I got
Yeah.
not to the great conversation, but because we're running long, and I want to just do the last thing real quick. I want to get into the stock market real quick. I want to not read articles. I'm going to read the title of these articles, and then we're going to talk about the stock market, and then we can give our piece out because we're running long. So I want to say two things. One article I'm reading right now. It says Morgan Stanley becomes the first big U.S. bank to offer its wealthy clients access to Bitcoin funds. Okay. Now, the next article says Bank of America says there's no good reason to own Bitcoin other than price speculation.
I'd agree.
I agree on that.
With which one, Morgan or Bank of America?
Bank of America, but that's the point of owning anything is price speculation, basically, except for gold and Bitcoin. I guess some people call it digital gold, but you still don't buy gold because you think it's going to stay at the exact same fucking price. You buy it because you speculate that when the market tanks, it'll go up and you'll cover your inflation. You know what I mean? Like everything's speculation, I mean,
I think JP's trying to diversify their capital, let's just call it their, as simply looking, their capital stack. And they're whether Bitcoin's right or wrong, whether Elon Musk, backing it, blah, blah, blah. I think JP's trying to be on the pioneer.
No. It's not JP.
Seat
I think Morgan
whatever.
Stanley,
whether they're, it could be a disaster for them, but I think they're trying
that Morgan Stanley just sees a way for rich.
Oh, sorry.
They have very rich clients that want to diversify some of their money. Even if a rich ass client, $100 million client wants to diversify 1% to 2% of his portfolio into Bitcoin, that's a $1 to $2 million account right there that they can probably make pretty good profit on. So,
Absolutely, because it's directed towards
and it's
their
probably
wealthy
just
clients.
derivatives anyway. So they own 10 Bitcoins and sell it 10 times. You know what I mean? So it's like they're just making free money off of this shit.
Yeah.
It's easy money. It's easy money.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and you know, what's funny about that is the guy from Morgan or JP Morgan,
I
not
mean,
Morgan
it's all
Stanley, but the
deregulated
JP
anyways.
Morgan guy has been,
Are you talking about Jamie
he's been talking
Dimon?
shit about Bitcoin for years. Turns out they're like one of the biggest US banks buying it over the same period of time he's talking shit about it, you know? So it's like,
Well, that just shows you how fucking how fucking corrupt
yeah,
people are. No, it's the S&P 500 of crypto.
it's the Gucci. Yeah.
No, it's the S&P 500 of
It's
crypto.
It's
It is
Budweiser.
actually. It's like a quality-based
Budweiser
crypto
of
that has
cryptocurrency.
speculation and FOMO and
And
all
it
the
has
above.
and it has
that
the
just move.
it has the scarcity because there can only be so many. Most of the other coins have billions of coins, whereas crypto only has 25 million. Well, that's a drawing point because then, you know, when it's huge.
No, Bitcoin has 25 million, not
No, I
crypto.
said
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Or maybe I said crypto, but
No, you did say crypto.
Bitcoin has.
You mean dog shit coin?
Bitcoin has that scarcity. What I've been buying lately, I'm not a big crypto believer. I mean, I think in the future it will continue to grow, but I've been buying not much, so it's barely worth talking about. But I do think it's a good strategy if somebody wants to
CELRX.
No, it's not
Is that what
silver.
it's called?
It's not that particular one, Tiz. It's just I think buying all these low dollar altcoins that have the lower number of coins, whether it's 1 billion or 10 billion. But you know, like Ether, there's like 100 or 200. There's crazy billions of like Ether and some of these other coins, right? But there's some altcoins. Yeah, there's some altcoins out there with only 1 billion or 10 billion coins, and they're worth pennies right now. Buy those up because all these
Like
altcoins,
Ethereum.
people have FOMO. They already missed out on Bitcoin. So guess what they're going to buy? They're buying all these fucking altcoins, and they're just rising like crazy right now.
Yeah, no, well, because if Bitcoin goes up, they follow.
Well, and it just has to do with people want to actually own one of something. People don't want to own 0.0001 of something. It doesn't feel cool. It feels cool to own 20,000.
It doesn't feel
It feels
cool.
cool to own 20,000 of some coin that you think could hit $1, right? Like that feels. It feels like you could make something of yourself off of nothing, right? Like
it's like the penny stock game that just the market
exactly.
never
It's a penny stock game. And people are loving the crypto. People are buying just about anything. And, you know, it's going crazy right now. I think the alt market is where it's at.
Fellas, we got about 10 minutes left. I just want to do a quick run over the stock market today, like real quick. All right, I'll start with Mopes. Mopes, what are you playing? What are you playing?
Well, so far I'm playing a little gamble. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, I'm playing a UVXY 7 call strike expiring this Friday. There is a potential that I could definitely go back up to the 7 strike. Most likely close it at the 7 strike because it's a price target that's going to be impossible to break over unless the market somehow
That's a VIX, right?
Which, yeah, that's playing with the VIX, which is obviously the inverse of the market. That's what I'm basically playing here. But we have on Friday the quad witching, which is something that I'm definitely looking into. But I don't want to hold that contract for that long because by Friday that's when it expires and it's going to be worth shit, to be honest with you. But that's what I'm
playing. Reaper?
I'm not fucking around with anything right now.
What about
you know me? I'm a value.
I'm doing my normal.
You don't have to say anything.
No,
you don't want
I'm a
to.
value
I'm just
stock
asking.
guy.
I'm on the bench.
Watching the market movements on a daily basis. I have put a shit ton of money into industrials, banks, and I have put my money into like HII, Huntington Ingalls.
Oh man, I love that. I did. I love that
heavy into HII. I'm already up big. I'm already big on it.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm up pretty decent on it already. I'm going to hold that stock for a very long time. It's probably going to 250 by the end of the year. if not in the next 6 months. I'm buying, I can't say it enough. Industrials, because these guys have huge overhead. The more that the money gets diluted, the higher their profits are going to be, and the higher those old school huge overheads pay off. When you $100 million for a bunch of equipment was a bunch when they paid for it. Now $100 million will be worth half of that. And they're going to get to make so much more money than that overhead cost them initially, right? So earnings are going to be high for all these industrial companies. I'm talking copper. I'm talking naval shipbuilders like Huntington Ingalls. I'm talking anybody who's like a heavy, high overhead, materials-based company is going to go through the roof at least for the next year and a half, 2 years. It's going to be a fun ride on very safe stocks. You're
and TIZZ fam, Toowoketogobroke has been trading stocks since we were in fucking middle school.
Nice.
Well, maybe paper trading, whatever, but he's been whatever. You've been doing it for a long time.
I've never paper traded. I've been trading for a very long time. I have a very simple investing, just very, very simple kind of routine that I look at and a few numbers. And, I was a young investor when 2008, the crash happened. I couldn't tell you at the time why it was happening, but I called it before it happened just based off of the few metrics that I look at, which is, price to earnings is a major one. And right now the tech sector is heavily overvalued, and you've got all these value stocks that are undervalued right now, and they're just going to explode and catch up in a major way.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm gonna segue into that. So the only thing I'm fucking with right now. So obviously, I'm holding the Viper calls, and I got some of that CDEV. Which my contracts have gone to absolute shit. They expire Friday. Let's hope they bounce up in the next 2 days. But they dropped 30% in the past 48 hours. So it's all gravy. And then today I tried to YOLO a little bit onto AMC, and I'm actually
nice. There you go.
Nice.
Not a lot, but I'm
telling you guys, these I told my broker to buy FCX 6-7 months ago, dude. He's up 100 and something percent. I mean, these material industrial guys, don't look for the sexy shit right now. There's money to just be, it's just going to fall it's with ease. You don't have to be clever. Just find the good ones, the real simple buys, and it's just free money right now.
But also just make sure you do your own due diligence, Jesus.
Of course.
Even rig stocks are going up right now. I mean, Transocean was at 250 months ago. It's at 450 now. Now I'm not. Do not buy rig. I'm not telling you to buy rig, but I'm just.
Yeah, anything offshore right now, especially with
I'm just saying that's how much money is flooding into these old school industrial type companies, where even offshore offshore companies are going up right now. Now, do not buy them, but I'm just saying it's indicative, or maybe buy a little bit. I mean, you never know what can happen, but that's not what's sexy.
Yeah, he
right
hadn't
now,
come out and said, fuck offshore,
even though he won't do anything about it. It's just.
Well, look, I gotta say, we're running so low on. We're about to run out of time here because I can see the clock ticking. So let's. This is, guys. Thank you for being on the show. This has been I think this is a very informative conversation. I appreciate it. And actually, I think it's the first time we've all been sober on here. But so the way we're gonna end the show, TIZZ fam, thank you for listening, and we're gonna give our pieces out. I'm gonna let Mopi go first. What do you got to say to the TIZZ fam? Your little piece out. Give them some words of advice real quick.
Well, of course, as I always say, the first podcast I was here, the first time I was here, be wise about what you're gonna be playing. Don't act stupid, and if you're gonna do your due diligence, do it with enough information that you can possibly get so you can be smart on when you're playing for the long run or whatever term you're going to be playing it. That's it. That's my wise words.
All
And
right.
also, by the way, before I pass the mic to the rest of the crew, if you want to add me on Instagram, you may add me at
plug it.
yes, definitely. It's going to be at Mopix, Mopix, little dot, which is the period, moves, Moves, Mopix.moves. That's my IG. Check it out, follow it, like it, and I'll be waiting for y'all to follow it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, Reaper, what you got?
So actually, I got a quote I'm going to say, which I've always kind of thought was really interesting. You define your life by the choices you make every day. Knowing your purpose empowers you to make purposeful choices. Your choices determine your actions. Which therein
Words of
determine
wisdom from
your
the
life.
Reaper. All right, Toowoketogobroke, what you got?
I'm just going to say two things. HII will hit 250 very shortly, so if you want to get on that train, go for it. But number two is if somebody's telling you some of this little victim bullshit, just tell them, man, we all got problems. Just remember that when people are whining, just remind them we all got problems. I ain't got time to hear your shit.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I'll say my
we're
last
Americans.
piece, and
We're
as
all
I
fucked
always say, I'll say some. TIZZ fam, thank you for joining the show. But as I always say, get your mind correct, TIZZ fam. Okay, and when you get your mind correct, keep your mind correct, because that's the hardest part. And I always end it with this: the TIZZ doesn't ask why; he asks, why the fuck not? That's it for me, guys. That really is it for me. And I appreciate you guys being on the show. This is the TIZZ Talk Podcast. I'm not even counting episodes anymore because it really fucking doesn't matter. But this has been a great show. I appreciate you being on there. On the show. And, we're going to have to do this again. So you guys, thank you for being on. And I'll get this thing edited up and it'll be posted within the next probably 24 hours or something. So, with that being said, TIZZ fam, do your duties. You have your duties. Go on Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. Give us a review. Smash that like button. And then also tell at least one or two friends about this show, okay? That's your legal obligations, okay? Other than that, we are out. Gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. This has been great. And we're going to have to do this one again. I love you guys. And TIZZ Talk is out. Everybody, peace out and have a great evening.
Word.
All right,
Peace.
all right, we'll see. We'll talk
Reaper
later.
out.
Yeah,
I love
man.
y'all.
I'm going to go to.